few acquaintances, like, we're talking out these countries, playing a game out. And, I just broke into a place, and, well, I'm stuck in the game now, but I got a card that said Anna's Max. And I'll show that to you guys later. Task is full. Okay. Then, can I use myself? Oh, how refreshing. Okay. Never mind then. I think I have an idea what I need now. Alright. Wooden branch. Got it! Now what do I do with the gear piece? Okay, never mind. Pebble. I think I can move this rock. I think I can move this rock. Okay, then do it. Use the branch. Maple leaves. I'll take one. Alright. This place is beautiful, but I'm not sure everything that I'm supposed to do. Oh, notebook. But how did I end up here? This is a sawmill I keep seeing in my dreams, but I don't understand. Am I awake or still asleep? My dreams I'm always outside the fence. But not this time. I want to find out what's in here. I somehow feel that in that house, I will find answers to my questions, and maybe her, too. Can't sleep. I've got a splitting headache, and I'm writing just so I can survive through the discomfort. Anesthetics have been useless so far. A few moments of relief are always followed by short stabs of agony. While in bed, I roll my head, trying to find a position that might help stop or mitigate the pain. Yet it's all been hopeless. When I close my eyes, it sounds like I hear the noise of foliage caressed by the wind, as if they were composing a symphony using my sore bones. It looks like I can see images from that scene, the sky and the mountains. Oddly enough, my vision is blurred, but despite the fact that I don't recognize the place, I have the feeling I've already been there. This migraine must be playing tricks on me. I despise the mountains and I never wish to go there. The few times I've gone up to the mountains, I didn't stay more than a single day. Never ventured into the woods, nor gone on hiking trails. I must rest my head upon a pillow. I'm feeling faint from the pain. Today's lesson shocked them, and I told them how it was common for the night in the Middle Ages to write for a countrywoman. They would happen to meet walking along the streets. Some of them stared at me, Girls in particular seemed aghast and disturbed as I was telling a fictitious story. Nevertheless, there is many an old song, usually not to be found in analogy schoolbooks, exalting this practice and even glorifying rape as a privilege of knighthood towards women of subordinate classes. In some nation, I can't read his handwriting, knights would romantically kneel before damsels and unleash themselves upon young shepherdesses. This was still when I told them that in some alpine communities, rape even means to marriage. Beyond any formality, the raped woman is bound to become the bride of her abuser. Life was easy back then. It's still like that today. And there wasn't much time for courtship. Such behavior may seem revolting nowadays from a modern perspective, yet what's even more terrifying is how human beings have forgotten the memory of those perpetrated horrors, and how they tend to willingly ignore them or put them when put in front of their very eyes. Struggling with feelings of disgust, the topic of said lesson I taught yesterday so soon to me again giving me the title Professor Pervert. If that bloody headache hadn't returned, I'd have even laughed such a stupid and unimaginative nickname. Oh gosh, how much of this is there? Something in particular happened while I was searching for some stuff, just souvenirs I guess. I'm in a mess of old cardboard boxes in the cellar. I noticed an unfamiliar box half buried among the others. I often go down to the basement, but I had never noticed this one before. I didn't even recognize it. Therefore, I immediately decided to find out what was inside. Reaching it was an easy task. I had to move a couple of big boxes full of ethnic junk clear way through. Why do I keep all this garbage? Don't call ethnic stuff garbage. But eventually I managed to. Somebody was talking to me. Thank you, music. Taking out of that heap, I found some photos inside them and placed a makeshift envelope made of sheets of manila paper, tied with twine. A note rested on that package which had turned completely yellow, and on the note was written, Gaya's Valley. These photos can't be mine. I've never been to that place. Truth, I've never been to Ostra Valley region at all. I don't know why, but discovering those photos filled me with unease. I brought them home, but I haven't had the courage to look at them yet. I woke up several times tonight. Each time I passed by this envelope containing the photos, once I would open it, a voice refrained from doing so. The headaches had returned stronger than ever, but these visions were dreams. In the moments of most intense pain, I believe I even heard a voice. Was it perhaps whistling? I can't sleep anymore. Why haven't I found the courage to look at these photos? Just look at them, dude! How much more reading is there? Today I gave a terrible lecture. I was in a gloomy mood and received signals of it. I was often jabbered gibberish from the teaching. I became aware of it. I wasn't able to get a firm grip on myself. My thoughts were jumbled in my mouth. I don't even know why I can't stop thinking about these photographs. During every single instant of the day, they say and fix my gaze from one of the co-ed ladies. Marco, my assistant, told me that I stood frozen like that for an entire minute in silence. He said I was had an absent stare. What's that mean? Luckily, I pulled myself together and continued talking as if nothing had happened. I can't remember anything. It was like kind of a blackout in my coherent stream of consciousness. Another class I gave the lecture on this particular topic today. When I introduced the concept of Vesca Pixius, they burst out in laughter. I immediately pointed out that it looked like... I'm not going to read that. And then complimented his observation, explaining that he wasn't wrong. If I symbolize maternity in general, each one of us originates from there. I also explained that the Middle Ages, the Vesica Piscis, also Mandola, was used to frame holy pictures of God. And they burst out laughing. They still don't fully recognize the attempts of removing sexuality from culture as quite a recent scourge. Then I told them about the trapezoid in the 3 interlocked spirals, 3 crescent moons, and other symbols. They seemed particularly interested. At the end of class, I handed out photocopies of the Hymn to Ease and spoke about the role of women in ancient civilizations.